All right, JHK here for Sportskeeda, and joining me right now is UFC welterweight Dhiego Lima. Dhiego, I believe you're in fight week right now, but not your fight week, your brother's fight week. What's going on?
Yeah, back to back, back to back. My brother's fight week this week, and then I'm next week. So, looking forward to it.
Yeah, that's how many fight camps, where you have run your camps concurrently with your brother?
Man, I think all of them was together.
Oh, really?
All of them, except the ones where he was injured with his knee. There was a couple there, and then when I was injured with my neck, I think no, that was during COVID. They didn't really fight. So yeah, man, pretty much all of them together. So
Wow, that's incredible. You know what I mean? Because it just
yeah, it always works out that way, man. We usually like 2 weeks apart or 1 week apart, and man, it just worked out. It's never been the same week. It's always been a week apart or 2 weeks apart. So it's a great thing.
has there been anything different about these camps that ahead of these fights?
No, this one, we're fighting completely different fighters. So, we didn't train too much together. Of course we did, but it was mostly the focus was a little different, because my opponent and his opponent is completely different. So, but it helped out. It helped each other out, man. It was great.
Yeah, definitely. Focusing on your opponent, Matt Brown, like you said, is a completely different fighter than Amosov. Amosov is like
Exactly.
a grinder. You know what I mean? Matt Brown grinder
Exactly.
too, but different style, right? So let's
Right,
break down his
different
style.
type of grinder. Yeah, different type of grinder. So, yeah, I'm looking forward to it. It's gonna be good. Good, 2 good nights for me and for my brother, man.
Now with Matt Brown, it's someone that you have a little bit of history with. It's not no bad blood or anything like that. So let's break
Hmm.
that down. You know what I mean? Like you being around him during the Ultimate Fighter and just experiencing him and his style of like a person. You know what I mean? He's a different
Hmm.
style of person.
Yeah, absolutely, man. He just brought toughness, man. He's just a tough guy in everything he does, And I knew as soon as I signed that dotted line, I know exactly what he would say, like don't be scared, like take it. So I thought about it. I was like, man, I like the guy, I have so much history, but he would be the first one to say, you better take it, like I don't care, we'll fight. And he's that type of guy, man. He brings toughness in. As soon as I signed that dotted line, man, it was like 3 months ago, man. I went straight to the gym and worked hard this whole camp, man. I know what he brings. I know how he is. He doesn't care what's going on with him. He's training and he's training hard, man. He pushes himself to the limit, and I learned that from him, man. And that's what I put in my camp, man. It was just hard work and a hard camp, and I'm ready to show, man. I know how he's gonna come, and I have to match that and be better at it. So it's gonna be a war, man. I already know it.
With that experience, of the Ultimate Fighter and being around him, that was many years ago. So you have evolved, and I believe Matt Brown, he's still the same guy. You know what I mean? He's still the same fighter. Do you feel like he's evolved any, or is he just his style? Is
Yeah,
just
I mean, man, he's getting up there in age,
Mhm.
like 40. I'm 32 and I feel it, man. Like, shoot, making weight now is like, dang, man, making weight from my last fight sucked. And now, like, man, I had to diet for literally strict dieting for like 6, 7 weeks for me to make this weight now, and it's just a lot that goes through it, man. And he's had a lot of wars. So your body feels it, your body definitely feels it, but. I don't think he's evolved, man. I think it's just so many wars that he had, and he changed the style up a little bit. He's still as dangerous as all, but okay. And then he I don't think it dissolved. It's just changed the style a little bit, to maintain the body. So we'll see, man. We'll see. But I definitely got better, man. Absolutely got better. That was 2 or 3 years ago, and I've gotten more mature, man. I've just gotten completely better. So yeah, and we didn't train much over there too. The only training we did together was I think it was like a Muay Thai clinch that he was just showing me some stuff from the clinch, and literally he threw me like 4 times. I'm like, dang, man, I got mad. I was like, come on, bro. So that was pretty cool. So that's something I had to work on, and so it was pretty cool.
Well, that's gonna come in handy in the fight, right? That you felt him. You know what I mean? In that Muay Thai
Yes,
clinch,
absolutely. Yeah,
because he
definitely,
likes that a
definitely
lot.
felt him. Definitely felt him, man. Definitely solid, and it's gonna be great.
let's talk about the last fight, man, because heading into that fight, there was so much going on, right? Like you said you ballooned up to like 200 something pounds because you know, you had the surgeries and the COVID was going on and you had to lose that weight. You know, we talked about it. How much did that have an effect on you, do you think, in the fight though? Because
In the fight, I don't think that that was affected. You know, I had two surgeries, man, with COVID. It's normal, you know, for me. I couldn't train, so you know, I definitely gained weight because of that. But what the most factor was the rhythm, man. It was very hard to find a rhythm, and he knew that, man. He was smart, you know. He knew I was coming off surgeries. He knew I'm a fighter that usually used to back up a lot. So he got on my face right away, and he just did not let me click, man. All I needed was like a little 5 seconds to be like, okay, shake it off. I'm in a fight, you know. I didn't have that, man. There was not 1 second I could settle in that fight. And I need that, man. You need that coming off two surgeries, coming off not a long time not training. You need to get that back, you know. I could have taken an easier fight, you know. I could have taken someone different, you know, someone that matched way better with me. But man, I'm a fighter, man. An opportunity like that, you know, I can't say no to that. You know, and it came and they accepted, and you know, it was awesome. By the time I found, man, after the fight, you know, a week after, I was like, man, I want to get back in there. You know, I want to fight right away just because I had my rhythm back. You know, I had my rhythm. I knew what to do. You know, stop backing up to the cage. It was just a no rhythm thing. It just sucked. But man, that how this camp was completely different, man. Just having that rhythm and sparring in everything, you know, and getting the confidence back too, man. I had the neck surgery. I've never had any surgeries before. That was my first one, and it's a freaking neck. You know, you only got one neck. So, you know, in my mind, it's like, oh, am I going to be able to take a punch? You know, am I going to get a stinger? You know, it doesn't happen in training, but you always have that thoughts going into a fight. So, you know, it's just that ring rust was real for me, you know, ring rust and just coming back. But, you know, I got hit. You know, my takedown defense was on point. You know, I like that. So there was a lot of positives, and really, it was a confidence booster for me, man. I needed that, you know, especially a grinder fight like that. And, you know, I was in that fight, man, even though he looked like he dominated because he put so much pressure. But, man, I was 2 leg kicks away from finishing that fight. So, you know, I was in that fight, man. And, you know, it happens, man. I just showed, you know, it was great for me, man. I didn't show anybody nothing, but just for me, it was amazing, man. Taking the number 13 guy in the world and, you know, taking him to a decision after that, especially when he's been on the road, and you know, you see what he's doing now, and it's just amazing. And for me, it was everything I needed to kickstart again. Now we're really back, and I'm excited, bro. I'm really excited to show this next fight.
yeah, before that, you were on a 3-fight winning streak. You had this momentum going, man.
Yep.
So if you would have fought Bilal, like let's say right after your last fight, it would have been a different story. Do you think?
I think so, man. It would have been better, you know. Not taking anything away from him, of course, man. He did, his game plan was amazing. It really was. But I absolutely, you know, I had that rhythm going, and then, man, this fight getting canceled through Christmas. It's like, oh, of course he had the same thing that I had, but it just sucked, you know, just for a fight to come back to. It was just completely like, it was just awful. It was awful. It sucked. It sucked. You know, we battled it out. We're going to fight either way, man. I'm going to show up. I'm going to put in the work. I'm going to make weight. But, you know, it was tough, man. It was a tough one. And I'm glad I went through it. You know, that's something that people always say, you either win or you learn, you know, and that was definitely a learning and a kickstart for me, man. Like, for me, it was just, it kickstarted my run again. It really did.
For sure, man. I like the positivity because in this fight coming up, Matt Brown, like we mentioned earlier, he likes the pressure. So you get to prove that, okay, I could take that pressure, right?
Exactly, man. And that's going to be one of the biggest things, man. You know, there's no backing up this fight. There's no going against the kid. Man. I'm taking that center, and if he comes forward, we're going to meet in the middle, and somebody's going to fall. That's just simple. That's how I fight. And he brings it. That's how I fight, man. I'm not going to back down.
You and your brother, man, you guys have your own gym and you guys have a growing team, it seems like. How has it been, you know, cultivating that throughout the last couple of years?
Oh man, amazing. We've had a gym for what, 7, 8 years now. So, you know, we're to the point, man, where, we got a team already. Our coaches, they coach. We're at the point where we can completely focus 100% in our careers. And all our students know that. The coaching part, we leave it to our coaches, but I corner them. I'm there mentally. I'm there helping them daily during the week. And, always being that positive mind, always giving the advice. I've been here, I've done that. Don't make the same mistakes that I have. And, man, we got an amazing team, and it's growing. It's growing, man. We're pretty much, we got a new gym a year ago during COVID. It was just me and my brother, and then we moved, and now we're having to extend already a year later. So, we're getting a bigger spot already, and, man, it's just been amazing, man. And then, got my guy in the Ultimate Fighter now, Trey Sean, Gore. That's just amazing, man. Just, I was able to help him a lot. I've done it twice, so we got him ready for that. And, man, I can't wait to watch him. Like, I'm actually, it's on right now. I'm watching. I'm like, I hope they pick him right now to fight, just antsy. It's amazing, man. Amazing.
It is, man. There's no one better to have than you heading into the Ultimate Fighter,
bro.
right?
I'm like, man, I've been not once but twice, and I've made it to the end twice. So, please take my advice,
Yeah, for sure. And of course, you have Jukal, in your corner. He's there. Mm-hmm. He's there over there with your brother, too. Yep. He has a whole nother team himself, you know what I mean? So you get to go back and forth, which must be so beneficial for you, man.
It's amazing. It's amazing, man. Because his gym is about 35 minutes from us. And, man, a bunch of good guys there, a bunch of good guys at ours, man. And it's great for our amateurs, too. If we got somebody that, hey, this guy is really well at this, if we don't have anybody at our gym, hey, go down to Jucal's. And, it's just amazing, man. Everything's working out great with that.
I saw that Rodolfo Vieira has been down there training with you guys. How has that been?
He came down for a week, man. My goodness, that's different. That boy's different. My goodness. He went for a double leg on me. It's like, wait, what? Like, how? How are you that strong? Like, just how? His top pressure is just, man. Him and Jucão, dude, that's one of the, yeah, you can't move. All you can move is your eyes. That's it. Your head, everything is locked. It's just amazing, man. We had a great time. We're able to help him a little bit on the stand-up, and he helped on the ground. And, man, we had a great week. And it was my brother's last week for his camp. So just to finish with a guy like that, man, he was amazing. We're both ready.
No doubt, man. Luckily, he's at 185, you know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly. Right. Stay up there. Dude, it's just solid muscle, man. It's crazy.
Now, what type of performance, man, do you feel you need to have against, Matt Brown coming off this loss?
Man, it's just eye-opener, Got to open everybody's eyes. Got to be back. Hey, I'm still here, I'm still here. So it's just putting it all on the line, man. I love those fights, man. I always perform in those fights, and I'm going to put it all on the line, man. I want to dominate this fight. I want to show that I'm way above. I'm ready to maintain in that top 15, get there and fight those guys. I hung with Bilal, and, man, I'm excited to just show I belong there. Being a guy like Mac Brown is just a name like that, man. It's just, you're right back there. You're right back there. The next one could be like a Carlos Condit. The next one could be like a, top 10 guy. So, it's right there, man. You beat a guy like Matt Brown, you have that name on your record. It's amazing, So I'm really excited. I want to perform. I want to finish him, and we'll go from there.
Yeah, the last fight was a top 15 guy. This guy has name recognition. So the next one could be name recognition. The next one could be a top 15. Like you said, man. It's a lovely situation.
For me, man. Win-win for me, but gotta win. Gotta win. Gotta win. Gotta win.
You gotta get the W. Now, you're always in good spirits, man. And every time I talk to you, man, it's a pleasure to speak with you. Nothing but positivity. So I want to flip it on you. What is a pet peeve? Like, what annoys you? Like, what gets your blood boiling?
Man, what? I guess technology, man. Like when if like my computer freezes, or like, that time when Wi-Fi is not working, that's what gets to me, man. Any electronics not working, you're doing something and then you got to restart over because it freezes or it locks you out or something like that. That gets me every time, man. Every time.
All right, man. That's good to know. I'm not gonna mess with your technology.
Yeah, just don't make sure it doesn't freeze, you
All
know?
right, all right, all right. Well, June 19th, man, you're back in the cage. Matt Brown, UFC Fight Night Las Vegas. Thank you so much, Dhiego, for the
I
time,
can't
and
wait,
good
man.
luck
Thanks
to you,
for
man.
having me. Always a pleasure, brother.